Hey everybody, it's John, and it feels like a long time since I've been able to set up my little spot here and shoot some videos, so I think it's time to do a few. And today I'm going to start off with the McFarlane's DC Universe Death Metal Batman and Batcycle. I have finally read the first storyline in the Metal comics, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. The figures are a lot of fun, so I haven't got quite as far as the Death Metal Batman yet, but here he is in his package with this pretty cool looking long coat that he's got on with all his buckles and spikes, and he definitely looks like he's a cross between something out of Kiss and Cradle of Filth-ish looking outfit going on there. You got a nice little window view, and then on the back here you have a nice big piece of artwork and some of the other figures that you can find in the stores. And then of course behind it we have the rather large and glare catching, and go there, Batcycle. And pretty much the same kind of package, just a little bit longer. I really kind of like the bone look to it. I've seen a lot of people paint these. I kind of like the more just bone look to it than I've seen a lot of customs, but on the back of the box, another piece of artwork here, and the same figure combination on the back. So give me a second here, and I'll get these out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. Ooh. Well, I have to say, straight out of the package, and just looking at them, this Batman figure's pretty fantastic in visuals and detail, and I just like the overall kind of badass look he's got going on. Let's take a quick close-up. Camera, there he is. That is a really well done Batman looking head sculpt. Like, when you think of Batman out of the comic books, that's kind of what you see. And he's got even a little bit of stubble on his chin. He's got a Bat logo underneath the Bat long coat. Got this crazy belt of skulls out of metal. With these cool little boots with these kind of hardcore bat knee pads. Of course, a lot of buckles and spikes. And he's got these wrist and arm gauntlets. It looks like he's been to one too many Hot Topics. Little spikes on his hands. And these little spikes all over the place. And his scythe. Could have used a little bit of paint on the straps, but overall it looks pretty cool. Looks like a piece of wood with some leather strapping on it. His arm's a little loose right off the bat. Bat. And this ankle's a little weird, but you do get a little bit of side-to-side movement on the head. Just a teeny, well, maybe. Okay, well, there's a lot more head up and down than I thought if I push it. But I don't know if I'm actually articulated there or if I'm breaking the peg. But he can look up pretty good if you want him to. And that's it for there. Let's go. I think you can, if you really wanted to force this off, you could probably take it off. But it doesn't really hinder his arm going up or down at all. I do get some back and forth movement. There's like a butterfly joint in the socket as well, so you can get some forward and back. And there is a upper arm rotation there. It's got double jointed elbows. It's very nice. Nothing here. He's got just a rotation at the wrist. Oh, it's on a ball joint, so you get actually a lot of movement out of the hand. And he's got that kind of torso cut, so you get a little bit, probably could get a lot more back if this wasn't pushing him back forward. Not a lot of forward, some side to side there. Also, you get some at the waist. And then we have his legs, which go forward. Don't go back a whole lot, but this piece is a kind of rubbery piece, so it moves a bit. Whoa. Legs go out to the side pretty far. Does he have, yep, upper thigh rotation right there. He's got double jointed knees. And upper joint pretty stiff, but yeah, there they go. Get a pretty good bend, not too far. No rotation at the knee. And his ankles are on these weird ball joints. I think these are the weirdest things of these figures. So there's just random ball at the foot. But there's also a toe joint, which I don't know if we need it with the bike, but his hands are in the fists positions. Yeah, he stands up pretty good. He also comes with the standard stand and his card art, which is pretty cool. Tells you where he debuted, a little bit of information about him. Let's move him over here for a minute. Get a closer look at this really amazingly sculpted bike. The giant Batcycle is awesome. I like the dead eyes that he has. They're kind of a little grotesque. Looks like actually looks like the end of the Gremlins, I think, when he's melting in the pool. Nice little swirly details. I like that they put a nice dark wash on it, so you can see all the work they put in there. All his little teeth. And the swirls in his ears are pretty awesome. Jawline. You got your tires that spin really well. A little bat symbol there on the struts. Bat symbol on this side. It's kind of weird how the bat doesn't carry over, but the rib cage going over the back, or over the gas tank. It must be hard to put gas in this thing. And then you got your engine details, which are really nice. Another little bat symbol there. Fan going. There's a nice leather looking seat. And you get his tailbone on the back of the bike. There's a big fat tire on the back. And there's huge exhausts. Really nicely designed bike. You know, looks like a motorcycle. It's kind of weird how it sits on itself, but you don't really notice. And it does roll pretty well. And the question is, does Batman sit on it? I mean, they did cut it so it can spread so it can. So let's see what we got. Oh, he sits pretty good. His feet reach the pedals, though, is the question. I mean, they don't necessarily have to. Oh, yeah, he can. He can sit down. Turn the pedal a little bit. It's kind of a little awkward, but not too bad. Can he hold the handlebar? Ouch, he's got spikes. I think if we can... His thumb is a problem. Oh, I think it's going on. It's just painful. Come on, just one hand on. That's all we need. There we go. Let me just lift this arm up with his weapon. Kind of looks like he's on it. That's actually not too bad. Yeah, he's pretty cool looking. I think this is definitely a figure combo that McFarlane Toys has really done a great job on. He's bulky though. It's going to take up some space, that's for sure. But it cuts a pretty cool image, that's for nice little treads on the bike. There's so much detail on this thing. It's so nice. Only one little screw you see there. Spiky fangs and struts. I'm actually surprised as well as the wheels turn. It almost looks like it's flapping. Yeah, he's cool. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised at how cool this bike is. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to say that's one of the better figures. Man, McFarlane can keep pumping these things out. I think I've found the last couple waves of figures. I'm just looking for the Bane Build-A-Figure one right now. I haven't found any of those figures yet. I know it's not the Bane that we really all wanted, but it's still a Bane, and I'm really happy with this. This is cool. So if you guys are collecting the McFarlane figures, I hope you can find this. I think I got it off of Amazon for pretty cheap. Oh, here's its card too. Dark Knight's Death Metal. Yeah, if you guys are collecting this toy line, or if you're just fans of DC figures, what do you think of this? I'm really pleasantly surprised with it. I think it looks pretty cool. McFarlane's definitely doing pretty amazing stuff for the toy industry with how everything else is becoming so expensive and less detailed in some respects, and he's somehow pulling this off. Still waiting for my Spawn figure. Hopefully that comes at some point in time, since it was figure of the year last year somehow, and it's, you know, almost, getting close to April, and still haven't received them yet, so I don't know how it's figure of last year, but whatever. This thing's cool. Hope you can find it. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi, I just want to say thank you one more time for checking out this video. And if you're interested in seeing any more, you can click either one of the links that will be over here. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there'll be a button down below. Do that as well. And again, thank you.